And we're good to go. Hello, hello,
Welcome.
hello. We figured this all out. Let me jump over to Instagram and go live on Instagram as well.
We apologize for the delay, but we had Wi-Fi issues today. The upload speed was too low, and the speed of the streaming would have been buffering, so we had to contact the internet company.
Yes, the struggles of traveling abroad and dealing with internet. That's just the way it is. How is everyone doing today? Besides all that, now that we got that out of the way,
Hi.
let us know in the comments where you are viewing us from. Let us
Mhm.
know if it's your first time that you're seeing our live, and we can welcome you. Let me pull up the
Is it
comments.
Molina, right?
Yes.
Molina.
Hi. How are you?
How's your restaurant in China
Yes.
doing? We
Yes.
haven't seen a post recently, so let us know how you doing.
So we have people over from Instagram, also Facebook and YouTube all together here on Instagram. But you guys on here on YouTube will not be able to see the comments being said on Instagram, and that's why Irene is kind of monitoring it. So yeah, let us know with the restaurant. We were talking just yesterday. We were on our
Thinking
way
about
to
you.
yeah, we were thinking about you. I'm like, wow, I haven't seen a post on her restaurant, and I don't know because in China the rules are kind of different and they shut shit down and stuff like that. So let us know how your restaurant is doing because we're looking forward to eating there when we
Hi,
get
Ken
there.
Adventures and about to go to sleep. I'm from Seattle. Well, have
Oh,
a good night. Thank you
yes.
for popping in.
And again, we were supposed to be streaming 40 minutes ago but because of our internet issues. So we're trying to find the right time to go live where, East Coast, West Coast, and, just
Mhm.
based on our audience. So we're trying to work that out.
Yeah, Belina says, "Are you ever going back to Hawaii?" If you asking ever, yes, we are ever going. At some point, we are going, but we don't have any future plans. We'll probably gonna go sometimes through Australia, Tahiti,
Yeah.
Fiji, Hawaii.
Make our way to the back
Right.
end. Yeah. Francisco Calderon in the building. What's going on, brother? Love you too. Nice to see you here.
Molina says we closed restaurant in
Oh
2021. Oh,
no, that's why we haven't seen a post.
yeah. And she said I'm moving to the US soon.
Oh
Wow.
wow, that's
Kona
awesome.
914 joined. Welcome.
Welcome, guys. Here we have Caroline. She says, "Hey from St. Louis," and Deborah's in the building.
Welcome. Thank
Welcome,
you.
guys. We should actually always start out by saying good morning, good afternoon, and good night wherever you are in the world, because everyone is in such different time zones. It's
Mhm.
just crazy this time zone
Yeah,
difference
it is 9:41 a.m. for
for
us,
us. Hence
and
the coffee.
yeah, and we got back from Bangkok less than probably like about 10 hours
10 hours
ago.
ago, yeah, it was crazy. So we went to Bangkok
Over the weekend.
over the weekend. We spent what 2 days.
Mhm.
We were doing some filming because we do notice that the vlogs that we have put out with going through Icon CM, which is one of Bangkok's largest mall, and also MBK Shopping Mall, which is where all the knockoff brands are, and it's in a mall and it's all legal and it's all there for you. Um, those videos have been doing very well, so we decided to go to Bangkok and shoot another mall, which this video is coming out really soon. I think it's coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we're going to be putting out the new mall that we filmed there, and it's called the Paragon
Siam Paragon.
CM Paragon Mall, and it's such a beautiful mall. My
Mhm.
goodness, yeah. If you know anything about Bangkok, the malls are just incredible.
Sheila say hello, Irene and Devon. I'm new to your channel.
Oh, welcome,
Welcome.
welcome.
So happy to have
Nice to have
you.
you. Awesome. Big shout out also to Patricia. She's now a member.
Patricia,
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you for your support. We
Yes,
really
we
appreciate it.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Case here. Welcome, love.
Alicia says, "Why did you change your YouTube channel name?" Well, that's
Well,
a good question.
well, we actually
You're
did it.
two, yeah, you're two lives away from why we changed it.
Yeah, we did a live stream talking about it, but
Yes.
now we just since we are living abroad pretty much indefinitely. At first, we when we started traveling, we said, "Oh, we'll do just 3 year of travel," but since 2018.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we just pretty much travel the world, and this is how we are going to live
Yeah.
until we find a place to settle. So we slow travel, and we want to share with you more of a living abroad lifestyle, and that's why I live in the globe.
Yep. It just made sense. And not only that,
Mhm.
when we would meet people in our travels and they would know that we'd have a YouTube channel and they're like, what's a YouTube channel? We're like, oh, it's Just Be Out. And they're like, just what? It's a little confusing for people and then they don't really get it. So also living the globe just kind of fits. We've been living here in Thailand for 9 months. That wasn't a part of our intention. We lived in Hawaii for 3 years. That was not a part of our intention. So it seems like wherever it is we go, we stay for an extended period of time,
Yeah.
obviously depending on the visa situation. But it
Yeah.
just felt like that name fits.
And now Thailand for 9 months again. We did not expect that
Yeah, for
either.
sure.
Mhm.
John is here. John, yeah.
Hi.
Welcome.
Tasmania.
Yes,
We
John
need
is
to
one of
make
our,
our way to Tasmania at some
for real.
point.
John is one of our longtime viewers.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
On Instagram, I have some comment. The original 79 says,
Mhm.
"Love your channel. Keep your videos coming. Oh, they are coming. Thank you so
Thank you.
much." Malina says, "Heading to work. Love you guys. Love you too.
Love you too.
What's the news though?"
Well, you're gonna have to watch the replay because we're gonna hold on to that for a little bit. What else? So yeah, so we went to Bangkok. Oh, we went to the movies
Oh yeah.
in Bangkok.
Last night, the night before.
Night before last, yeah. And if you guys follow us on Instagram, which is of course Living the Globe, Irina posts a lot of stories there. And as we are going through, she would put all the stories up there. So you probably saw it already if you have followed us on Instagram. But if not, make sure you head over to Living the Globe on Instagram and follow us there. And also TikTok, same. Um, the movie theaters.
They are on another level. Movie theaters in Thailand. When we used to live in the US, we would go to movie theaters once in a while,
Maybe
sometimes like once a year.
a year. That once in a while. Once a year we would go to the theater, and it would probably be because the movie that we're going to see, we've always wanted to see it, or it's like a blockbuster. So we would go and make the effort to see it. But it never used to be really a thing where we would go to the movies. Here in Thailand, we're in the movies all the time. We go watch movies really that's not even like a blockbuster movie, but just because of the experience of the theater, we go.
Yeah, the chairs are so comfortable. They have
Seating is really nice.
all different types of seatings. So this movie theater that we went to 2 days ago has 16 theaters in one movie theater. Can you imagine having 16 screens?
And massive
insane.
Screens too. It's not just like, a lot of times, so in movie theaters in the States, they might have multiple theaters within the building itself, but if it's a blockbuster you're going to see or a really hot movie that's out, they would choose the theater with the largest screen to view that movie on. And then movies that may have been out earlier or that are not blockbusters, they put them on the smaller screen in different theaters. Here it's not like that. Like all the theaters are like massive, multiple style of seating. Whenever you choose your seating, it's like you have a whole panel and you have to go and start tapping the type of seats you want. You want VIP or VVIP, or it's just crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, you want a couch, you want a bed.
Yeah,
to lay
you have a
in.
bed you can lay in, and even the bed thing in the US, that's kind of been around a little while.
But in a very specific theaters, right?
Correct.
Well, here also you have to go to specific
Yeah.
theaters.
But there's passes you can buy when you come to the theaters here. Like when we went to the movie theater just the other day, they have a like platinum and titanium VIP.
Oh yeah.
You can get a massage
like membership stuff.
in the movie theater. You can get a massage before or after your movie.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works. Then there's a bar with like full-blown alcohol. There's a menu where you could get full-blown dinner in the movie theater before the movie. And it's almost like you have a private screening, because if you get the VIP, you're not with everyone else, obviously. And the movie theater,
you're only with the VIPs.
With the VIPs. To sum it up, yes. And it's very small, but the screen is massive. It's it's really on another. I've never seen
Yeah.
anything like that before. If you guys want to see what that kind of looks like, let us
Mhm.
know. Maybe we do
Yeah.
a vlog. We'll buy a VIP ticket and we'll show you what our experience was in the movie theater. As long as we don't get copywriting for showing the movie.
Stacy says hello. Devon and Irina met
Met
you
you
in
in Hawaii
Hawaii
at Ala
at
Moana.
in 2021
Wow.
August.
Awesome.
Welcome. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for joining and
supporting us
support.
for this many years,
It's
right?
funny, we met when last time we was live streaming, we met someone who said, I met you on the cruise.
The COVID cruise.
Yeah, during COVID, because if you guys
Mm.
been following us, you know that we were on a cruise during COVID and we were kind of stuck. So yeah, that's wild to see people have stuck around for so long. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
And we met some people on that cruise, and they still once in a while message us and ask how we're doing. And
Yeah,
it's
on
so
Facebook.
sweet.
It
Like, it's
is.
really nice to keep up with, people that we meet,
Yeah, along the
or
way.
yeah, with you guys. So you've been, around with us.
I'll
It's
ride or die.
yeah, it's really nice.
John asks, are the movies in English or subtitles? That's a very interesting question. And that's
Mm.
something we were going to cover when we thought about this idea. Should we create a vlog on what it's like going to the movies in Thailand? Because I'm sure people are like, oh, it's a foreign country. Like, how, I wonder what the movie theaters
Yeah.
look like or what the experience is
Yeah,
like.
before coming to Thailand, I actually never even thought about going to the movies.
Hmm.
And I don't even know how we decided to go to the movies.
Yeah. And I
But
think the first place we went was in Chiang Mai.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chiang
in
Mai.
Chiang Mai.
Oh,
We went to the
oh.
movie theater.
I'm like, oh, where's my flower? But I was turning this way. Yeah, it is in English actually.
The movie is in, so whenever you choose, so when you go to the panel and you're choosing your movie, the first thing you're going to select is English. And it's not only because all the instructions are going to be in English, it's also to say kind of like, I want an English movie. But when you're watching the English movie, there will be Thai subtitles. So they put it in reverse.
Yeah.
If, yeah. So yeah, and it's really cool. Like,
Yeah. But they do have screenings just in Thai,
mhm.
and they have it just in English, so
Right.
you can choose.
So whenever you're choosing your ticket, you have to remember to choose the right choice that you want English. Otherwise, you end up in a Thai, movie theater, or like watching a movie in Thai or what have you. Oh, they also have like 4D Max.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So now that's like a whole other thing. I don't know if you guys have, wherever you're from, if you've seen 4D, but it's a crazy experience. That alone is just, we bought a ticket in 4 Max without knowing we
Yeah.
bought a 4 Max ticket. And when we got in there, all of a sudden, they're showing previews or what have you. And before the movie starts, they do what's called kind of like a test to let you know like what you're going to be experiencing during this movie. So they play this kind of like this trailer that lets everything happens in the theater that you're gonna experience. All of a sudden, our chair goes. We were like, what was that? And then the chair just starts rocking, and then you get burst of air coming forward. You get little raindrops, and then the screen, of course, they're illustrating all this because if you go through a storm, you feel a little trickle of
Mist,
rain.
yeah.
Yeah, like you get air shooting from the back of your ear and lightning. You have strobes in the theater. It's a total immersive situation.
Yeah,
And
that was the most annoying movie, honestly.
and I
for
think what did
me.
I think we saw Spider-Man.
Yeah,
It was
some
some
type of
Marvel.
action,
Yeah, it was a Marvel movie, and it was like a lot of punching and the Marvel movies. And
Yeah.
our chair was like punching us in the back, and all.
Yeah.
We were just like,
I'm
geez,
like,
this is a lot.
Yeah.
This is a lot. Yeah, you get beat up. So I don't know if you ever experienced it, but yes, definitely. What else we have here? So yeah. So I guess we could. Anybody ask any questions here on?
No, we good.
Okay. So again, you guys know that we're now, because we've been here in Thailand for 9 months, we've been doing different things. So we have a few vlogs. We're going to talk about the type of vlogs that are going to be coming out, just so you have an idea. And you'll notice the change also, not only in our name, but the way we I guess present the content that we're presenting. It's more kind of like a day-to-day what we do in our lives. And one thing that we have kind of crossed into, especially for 2024, is if you guys missed it in the other lives, Irina and I are trying to be more health conscious and wellness. And we went plant-based. Irina, in all honesty, has gone since January, I guess 2nd, very early January till now. She's completely plant-based. I, on the other hand, I started out plant-based and I did what, January, I did February, and some point in February, I started dabbling back in like chicken. And every once in a while, I'll have chicken here and there. So I'm not completely plant-based, but she's done a really great job at that. You know, she eats tofu and stuff like that. But anyway, that's for another time. I guess what I'm trying to say is that also, like the wellness, we go to clinics here,
Mhm.
and you want to explain that
Yeah,
part of it?
yeah, we have gone to doctors, clinics, really trying to be self-conscious
Self-conscious.
on self-care and health.
Mm-hmm.
And we have done several treatments here, beauty treatments. I was actually really the reason why we did that here is because Thailand, Thai women and men, I guess
Men
too.
and women.
Yeah, Thai people, I would say, really care about their appearance and the beauty, and there are beauty clinics here, pretty much everywhere. You can see, especially when you go to a mall. If you have seen any of our mall walking tours, you can see half of the floor is clinic after clinic after clinic. So they group them together, and they have a lot of machines and treatments from Korea, a lot of products from Korea. And if you know anything about South Korea, is that beauty industry there is on the other
Massive.
level.
Massive.
So here in Thailand, it's very affordable, it's excellent quality, and there are a lot of choices for that as well. So we decided to go to several clinics, and have done already, pretty much, not all, but most of the procedures, most of the treatments we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
We started off in Bangkok. We did a SMUS lifting treatment, Ultraformer MP4, which is a brand new ultrasound, what I don't know, some type
Ultrasound.
of laser that works deep into your SMUS layer and boosts collagen. We have done Botox,
Mm-hmm.
and in some videos you can see we're a little swollen, a little blotchy, but that's because we're filming right after treatment.
Mm-hmm. And we filmed the
Mhm.
entire experience for
Mhm.
the two times that we've actually gone
Mhm.
to get treatments. And it's funny because I never really, you know, after you get the treatment or whatever, and you're just going on, you don't really, you forget about it, right? And it's so funny that one of my friends called me from New York. He texted me this morning, and he's like, "Dev, are you okay? I just saw a video you posted on TikTok. I mean, I'm not sure how far back, but it can't be. It probably maybe when I had one of my
Mhm.
procedures done." And he's like, "I noticed your face looks swollen." And I was like, "Oh crap!" Like for me, like once I see it, I could tell maybe my face has been swollen. But then you think the swelling goes away, but it really doesn't right away. Sometimes it takes 3, 4 days, sometimes even a week for the swelling to go away. And even if you do kind of Botox, it takes a while for the Botox to set in.
Mhm.
So I totally forgot about it when he brought it up. I'm like, oh, and then I reached out to him. I said, oh, you know, I'm getting skin treatment done and different things. And he's like, oh, wow. And we were just going through a conversation. But yeah, like we've filmed the entire procedure of everything that we've
Mhm.
done. And we're going to be releasing those videos probably within the next week. You'll start
Mhm.
seeing kind of those lifestyle videos of the treatments we're getting.
Yeah, we did Botox, both of us. I am going through a series of plasma and laser treatments for my hair because I have started experiencing hair loss. I went to a doctor, I did a bunch of tests also. And what else? Oh, we just less than a week ago, we have done a skin booster treatment called Juvilook,
Juvilook.
which is a collagen biostimulator. And in the US, you don't have this product because this is Korean.
Hmm. Not yet,
And
at least.
yeah, and you see the glow so far.
Or the swelling, either or.
Yeah. So yeah,
And the procedure is so funny, right? Because when the doctor's talking to us, Irina gets, we both get the same treatment. So my age, I am now 53 years old. And again, thank you for everyone who reached out for my birthday and wished me a happy birthday. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm 53 years old. And what the doctor was saying as I was getting the treatment done, she talks you through the whole entire process, and she's telling Irina's filming, and she's like, yeah, as you could see with his skin, my skin is loose. I have, well, thin skin. That's how she
Mhm.
referred to it as. And she said people with thin skin, you need more sessions to get your skin kind of, more kind of like in shape and where it needs to be. With Irina, she has a thicker skin, so she doesn't need that much sessions. So it's certain things that you kind of learn that you're like, wow, I didn't even really think about that, but it kind of makes sense. But yeah, we filmed the entire process in both clinics we went to, and we'll show you what that's all about. Hopefully you guys are interested in it. I know.
The
And
one is wearing both feet in one slipper.
in one slipper because it's so cold in here.
Yeah. And when we're about to go to South Korea, we will also do a lot of treatments there. So
Mhm.
be sure to follow. And we do videos on TikTok also.
Mhm.
So check out our TikTok on Living the Globe as well.
Sheila says, I would like to visit Thailand and I have started watching a lot of YouTube videos about it.
Mhm.
Uh, that is how your channel popped up in my feed.
Oh,
Have you guys visited any elephant sanctuaries there?
yes, we have.
Womp, womp, womp.
Unfortunately, so we have gone to a sanctuary in
Freedom, no? Family?
Elephant Freedom Project in the northern Thailand, Chiang
Chiang
Mai.
Mai?
But about 6 months of our footage got lost because one of our hard drives got
Failed.
permanently damaged, and we did bring it to a data recovery center that have very the best in Thailand, and they have the most recovery rates. But they said our hard drive was 100% not recoverable.
So all the footage was
Yeah,
lost.
yeah, but we highly recommend that place.
Hmm.
It was just eye-opening and
Yes.
mind-changing experience. And when it comes to elephant sanctuaries, not all of them are ethical, and some of them allow you to ride elephants, and they train them to paint elephant painting,
Yeah.
and a lot of
It's not a circus there.
touristy right stuff. So be sure to go to the one that treat animals really well,
Yeah.
so and really care for them.
Our experience there. So let's talk about the experience when you go there, just so she gets an idea of like what it's like. So again, it's in Chiang
My
Mai, and kind of when you get there, they introduce you to the elephants. They tell you before they even introduce you to the elephants, they tell you this is the elephant's name. This is the female. This is the baby. The female, you can't do this. You can't do that. This one, you can do this, and you can even give this one a kiss. She's very loving. This so that you get the personalities of each
Yeah.
elephant before you even get introduced to them. They introduce you to them, and then you feed them, sugar cane, and you put it right in their trunk, and they eat it. It's so awesome. You prepare the food for them, so they give them vitamins. So you take bananas, and it's a whole experience that's really so cool. You take them for a walk to a river, you swim with them, so it's a very immersive experience with the elephants.
And it's entire day you spend. You go for a walk with them, and they stop and eat at they have this something growing on this tree, some type of, I don't know what that is, a fruit or some type of nut, whatever
Oh yeah,
that
they
is.
love it.
And they love it so much. And the elephant guide, the caretaker, right?
Mhm.
When we went there, he gave me some, and then the elephants started to like really come to me, and they asking me for more, and I'm like, oh, I don't have any more, because that tree didn't have much of it. But it was a very humbling
Yeah, it
experience.
really
We
is.
highly recommend it. I
Freedom
think
Elephant. That's what it's called.
Elephant Freedom Project.
Elephant Freedom Project.
Yeah.
So that's the name of
And
it.
Chiang Mai is known for this type of sanctuaries. There are a few sanctuaries down south as well, but most ethical sanctuaries are known to be in the northern Thailand. So we highly recommend you to actually visit northern Thailand. Not only for that, but they have a lot of unique experiences and we just love northern Thailand.
Yeah. So the experience is really great, and they'll feed you. It includes lunch, and they take you to a cool waterfall to
Oh, yeah.
experience that with a little village there. So that's really awesome. Everly in the building, Belizean. Chee!
Welcome.
Everly is my cousin in Belize. Thank you for joining. Yeah. So also, What else we were talking about? Okay, so let's get to kind of like what this like big news is, right? So I mean, do you want to intro it or should I intro it
I'm so
or
excited. Go ahead.
like no, I'll let you intro it. I'll just bring in I'll bring in the presentation. That way we'll have it here as we're
All
talking
right.
about it.
Right. Always here on Instagram. My
Just be
student
out.
and I had my business in Brooklyn. Welcome, Ala. So good to see you. And the big news is we are going back to
To
the
Maldives.
Maldives. I am super pumped about it. Last year, we went to the Maldives to have our dream wedding.
And it was epic.
Oh my God, we fell in love with the Maldives and like the entire time all we think about it is in the Maldives. And even though we are here in Thailand, we are pretty much 2 minutes a walk from the beach. We have not gone swimming here. Why? Because look at this water. Like, if it's not this water, I don't want to
We
go
don't
in
want to go in it. Like if I
it.
can't see my body inside the water, I don't need to be in it. As you can see in the previews here, like it's just insane the water in Maldives, and I'm sure anyone who has been there would be the first
Mhm.
one to tell you that.
Yeah.
So yes, we are heading back to the Maldives, and if you guys have been following us, and if you're subscribed to the point where you turn on your notification, which is the little bell, we have a chat, the community channel, and I told you guys, if you've ever been to the Maldives based on our recommendation, if you can kindly kind of just write a little blurb saying,
Yeah, not only the Maldives,
anyone
anywhere.
of
Yeah.
right the hotels, because we're putting together a media kit, and the reason we were doing that is because we were kind of pitching to these resorts, and we know that you guys really trust
For
our
reviews.
yeah, our reviews, and we're honest. And I think we have 100% rate of everyone who has used our reviews to go somewhere. They actually would come back to the video where they found us initially and say, I'm just reaching back to you guys again, circling back around. I went on this vacation to this place you guys told me. I stayed at this hotel. I did this tour. I did whatever it is you guys said, and it was just amazing. And I just wanted to come back and thank you for that. So we're capturing all this information because it's important to have that in our media kit. And we were pitching it to the resort. So Irina has like sent out so many emails to different resorts, and now we're getting really good feedback from it. And we're going to be in the Maldives for 1 month starting in
May
May.
1st. Mm-hmm.
Yes, May 1st we will be in the Maldives, and we'll be there till
The end of May.
the end of May. And depending on how many more hotels we uh, start working with, then we might have to extend our stay in the Maldives to maybe 2 months.
So, besides the resorts that we will be reviewing, we also going to some local islands that we have not been. And last time we went to well, three, four, pretty much four local islands. I'm not. Um, Counting really the Mali and Hulu Mali, so two major local islands, and we have done complete island walking tour, showed you where everything is located, the different types of hotels, and we got really good feedback. And we will be going to a couple of more local islands
Mhm.
this time, and also do a complete review on those islands. And we will be working this time on putting together Maldives travel guide. What is it?
Kind of like a
PDF
ebook.
ebook. Yeah.
Right, a digital outline, I guess, a guide on everything you need to know about these private islands and also the local islands. Because ever since we came, and I don't want to toot our horn too loud, but I think we have the most videos on the Maldives than any other YouTube channel. I think we have,
30 right now.
yeah, about 30 Maldives videos. And when we say 30, it's a combination of private islands. So what you're seeing right now is Lux. This is the private island that we got married on. And then there's local islands. So there's two different types of islands you can choose, and it all comes down to your budget. Obviously, if you're going to go a lower budget, you'll probably be on a local island, and a little bit higher budget, you'll be on a private island. So what, based on the feedback we've gotten from our Maldives playlist. It's just been crazy where people are like, "Oh my gosh, I saw your video on Lux, and you guys went into so much details." And it helped us choose Lux. Like, we decided to go with Lux based on your video. So we actually decided to that when we go back, we're going to not only go to local islands, but also do the private islands. And then there's a lot of caveats to the Maldives that a lot of people don't realize until you get yourself into it. And a lot of people make a lot of mistakes because they just don't know. And there's no information out there that tells you that.
Mhm.
Most of the Maldives videos you will see, if you search YouTube, it'll be like, "Oh, look at me, I'm on this resort and it's so beautiful and the food is amazing and the water's so clear. Follow me," right? But when we went to the Maldives, it was kind of like it was all information based. It was solely information that you got. And there's just so much more to the Maldives as far as getting around. The navigation, the logistics of the Maldives is just crazy. And we have so many examples of that. So what we're going to do is, because we now understand it much more, we're
Mhm.
making connections with local businesses, resorts, and also the locals, because the locals can get you from one island to the next in a speedboat,
Mhm.
where technically you would not be able to have access to that if you don't know the local. So we just the last time we were there, we also spent a month, and we obtained a lot of contact information of local operators that have speedboats that can get you from one island to the next. So in the ebook we're putting together, we're going to have all of that local information on there. And of course, when we go back in May, we're going to
Mhm.
be expanding on that and really connecting with businesses where, if you go to a local island and there's restaurants there, we're going to be working with local restaurants where we're going to be able to maybe, get you, 10% off, 15% off, or you get a dessert with your meal or whatever it is. Obviously, if you've been watching us, you know that we always want to give back to you because you are the reasons why we do this. So we always try to, I guess, work out some type of deal with business owners where we're not getting anything out of it except we're getting you to watch it, but our content. But at the same time, in return, if you mention Just Be Out when we were Just Be Out, or you mention Living the Globe now, the owners know, okay, we're now kind of partners with them, and then we can offer them, whatever discount we say and we agreed on. So that's kind of like the gist of the whole thing. So this ebook is going to be really packed with really helpful information and logistics on how to get around in the Maldives.
Yeah, because as we were planning our first Maldives trip, it was very confusing. But when you travel and you stay there for an extensive period of time, you begin to understand things better, and
Hmm.
kind of things begin to click. And especially we like talking to the locals and really understand not only the culture, the logistics, and how things operate
Hmm.
in each country. So we get ourselves immersed in
That's for sure.
each destination.
Yeah.
The real Pengo
Uh-huh.
is saying on Instagram, "Looking good, bro. Keep it up."
Thanks, bro. How are
I
you?
will
Hope
be
all is well.
watching.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So yes, we're very excited about this. And now that we're going back for the second time, this is more of a, maybe a, if you want to call it a business venture, because our outlook going this time, our frame of mind is different. It's all about the getting the information that we know people want. And the reason we know people want this information is because they ask us in the Maldives
Yeah,
videos that they
for a
see.
year already.
Exactly. For pretty much a year, we've been just getting questions, whether it's on Instagram, they'll reach out to us on Instagram and they'll say, "Hey, I went to Lux, or I went to Santara, or I went to Maafushi, or I went to Digora." And they ask us certain questions, and we're like, okay, that's a good point. Like, we need to include that, in our videos and
Yeah,
stuff.
we've been getting a lot of DMs and
Instagram.
on Instagram, yeah, asking about so how do I do this? What do you think is the best way? I'm thinking to do this and that.
Or I have
Yeah,
kids. What's the
yeah,
best resort? Is it Lux or is it Santara?
yeah.
So definitely. Let's see if we have any more questions here. Again, guys, if you have any questions, just drop it in a comment. We'll be happy to answer it. So as you can see up on the video here, we were at Lux, and right now we're currently like in the area of the water sports. Again, if it's Maldives, it's all water sports, and you'll see these private islands. They have all the water sports you can
Mhm.
handle in a day. They have it for you. And the food, oh, the food.
Yes. I think I'm gonna get off plan based
I knew you were gonna say
while
that.
I am in the Maldives. I hope I'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah, but it is very, very, very beautiful, and I'm just so excited to go back, and I'm actually excited to get this little project we're working on started. It's going to be a lot of work on the back end, and also, while we're there filming and getting all this information. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoy it, and we hope we impact people on their vacation, and hopefully they get the best out of their vacation as possible. Manny J says, "Love you guys. Thank you so much. Love you as well. Thank you for your support."
It's really cool that while we are traveling, we are able to impact your travel decisions and really help you plan your vacation in different parts of the world. We
I
started
never thought.
from Hawaii, yes, but we are now getting a lot of messages on Portugal that we help people to plan their Portugal trip,
Hmm.
even though our Portugal video series, it's still a pretty big series, but we only covered so much
Yeah,
on that.
yeah,
And we're getting a lot of messages about the Bahamas, now Maldives. We are going back to Bali to help you guys plan your Bali trip as well,
yeah.
because on Bali we have very little
Yeah, we have,
videos.
and
Yeah.
well, we shot a lot of content, and again, all of that got lost on the hard drive. So those videos are just non-existent now,
Mhm.
and it's so heartbreaking to lose so much content because number one, not only do you lose the content, but you think the amount of time that you invested in even filming these places, and that effort is gone. And
Mhm.
if you're a YouTuber, you understand that when you invest your time into these videos, it's a lot, and going through it, it's a lot. Maybe the logistics of even getting to the location, it's so remote that you can only do it one time in a vacation or whatever, so it's hard to even go back to film it again, maybe because it was just that spectacular. So it's really, really frustrating that you lose all that content and you can't show it. I wanted to go back. There's a place in North Thailand. It's located where I'm talking about Utika
Ah,
Boutique.
yeah, it's located an hour and a half from Chiang Mai. There's this area called Shandao,
Hmm.
and there is a mountain. It's such a. We have some Instagram videos, but it's such a unique and heartwarming location. It's very special to us personally, and not only that, we stayed there for 3 weeks. We lived
We
in a
lived in a
resort
resort,
for
boutique
three
resort for three
weeks.
weeks. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was incredible. It was an
yeah.
incredible. And I told Irina, obviously, we lost all the footage that we filmed the entire time, and we covered that place completely. And I'm like, man, we should go back there because I so want to show what that place looks like.
Yeah, but they are actually closing every year for 1 month because in Cambodia they burn a lot of I don't know, weeds.
So the farmers,
Yeah,
from the crops and all the I guess the leftover plants, they put it all together in a mound and they burn them.
so all the smoke is coming to the northern Thailand, and for the entire month they have to close the resort.
That's how much smoke there is.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. But the place is beautiful. It has a rice paddy feel, and they have like three different types of accommodation there. You could stay in like this little bungalow, and you come right out on your porch. Again, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll see we post
Yeah.
videos on there,
Yeah.
and we have it in our
Do
reels
you have a rendered commercial that we did?
for Utika.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. But yeah, it would be.
I know we have it on Vimeo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to pull that up. But yes, this I should have done that before actually. Can I download it from
Yeah,
Vimeo?
yeah, yeah.
All right, so you can continue the conversation. I'm
Yeah.
gonna show you what this place looks like because I really want you guys to see it. It's
Yeah.
it's just incredible.
Yeah. And we as we lived there for 3 weeks, we have done so many videos, the complete resort tour
Hmm.
and the experience there, but the hard drive got damaged, and we lost, unfortunately, all that footage, which we were so upset about. And the data recovery center. We were willing to pay $600 for all this footage to get recovered, but unfortunately
They
they
couldn't
could
do
not.
anything about it.
So just type Utica in the search.
Utica? Okay.
Yeah. So we were planning to go back there, but when we wanted to book, it was unavailable because they were closed. And there
All right.
should be.
So these are all the Utica, right?
Yeah, the experience final. I think you should do.
Right.
Because
And then
it's
also this one, right? The corner
yeah,
suite.
they are all different cottages.
All right. So I'll download all of them and then
Okay.
we're going to show you guys what this looks like. So I'll start with the experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they are located in this kind of a remote location. It's a small village nearby, but the view is so picturesque. They have a mountain there, they have rice fields. It's so quiet there. And the way they set up the resort, they have different structures. So they have like the main building, the pavilion, and they have little cottages. And they also, while we were there, they were still building kind of like a villas with rice field and the mountain view.
And now it's all done.
Now they already
good to go.
finished everything. But the way they treat the entire boutique is like owner's personal project, personal cottage. It's just feels so warm and kind of like almost feel like a family. Upscale family home. And the owner herself likes, she lives in Bangkok, but she loves going to that place. And she has she likes painting. She has her own gallery there. Everything is just so clean, pristine. Everybody cares for it so much, and it just such a sweet feeling to be there and being able to experience it. And we miss it so much. So next time we come back to Thailand, we're definitely gonna go there and stay there for a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm downloading the footage now, and I have 3 clips I want to play for you guys. So I'm just waiting for it to complete the download, and then I'll play them one by one for you guys.
Oh my God, Sheila! Sheila says many. She's responding to many. I don't know where's. Oh, many love you guys. Okay. She says, Manny, yeah, I really like their channel. I'm usually not into couples travel channel, as they can be over the top and a bit too much for me. But this is a cool and informative channel. Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you. So so I want to ask you, Sheila. So you're saying that you're not into couple channel. Is that because you're a solo traveler, and when you travel solo, or it's just kind of like,
you're a family traveler,
or family travel, right? Or it's just not your thing for the couples thing. So I'm interesting to know that. Let's see. I think the download's finished. Let me just grab them here. So let's see.
I'm checking the Instagram. We have Sabri here, and I see a picture of you in the Bahamas, in Atlantis. Okay, welcome. Thank you for joining. Here. Oh yeah, so this is the commercial we did for them.
Okay, so here it is. This is so we did a commercial for them, and we were in it as well. So this is, let me stop this for a second. I'm gonna stop this, and I'm gonna add it from the beginning, and I'm also going to change the perspective to this full screen.
There too?
Oh, you want the, all right, so I'm gonna play the sound as well. I'm gonna activate the sound, and I'm going to add it to the stage. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it.
Bring it back.
Okay, and I'm gonna bring it back. I'll play it from the beginning so you guys can see it. So look at how beautiful. I'm gonna pause that for a second. Look how beautiful that is. So let me kind of just walk you through what it is that you're viewing here. This blue building is the main, what they call the main pavilion, right? And to the left of it, that house with the triangle roof, that is their dining area. That's where you go to have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The food is fantastic. The chef, super amazing. He'll make anything you want for him. He was literally making things that Irina was asking that is not on the menu.
Yeah, just think of so he's a Thai chef, and I asked him to make Russian chicken patties that is called kotletki, with mashed potatoes, and he made it so freaking
Yeah.
good.
And the
Oh my
crazy thing, we were like,
goodness.
well, how did you do this? He's like, oh, I just went on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
He
and
looked
he
it up on
learned.
YouTube
Mhm.
and he just made it happen. I'm like, wow, amazing. Back to the
And
video.
the small little what would
At the
this call?
bottom, right?
Yeah,
At the very bottom left hand part of the screen, those are kind of lounging areas
yeah, and
overlooking
they
the rice
have
fields.
rice view. Mhm.
Right. Okay. So I'll play the whole thing. You'll see the inside the different rooms, and I have a couple other videos to play for you guys.
What do you think?
Now tell me. Now tell me.
Yeah, I think this was the first time I was actually in the commercial.
Yes, this place is absolutely incredible. I'm gonna let me see if I'm gonna switch it to this view right here. And I'm gonna walk you through a few things here that we wanted to highlight exactly kind of like what it is that you're seeing and what part it is. So in this shot here, this is called their
Penthouse.
this is their penthouse. This is a corner suite. It is incredible.
Mhm.
So you have this Japanese style seating area here on a high floor, and there's a step up area to get
Yeah.
to it. And it obviously you could see that there's windows all over and around this penthouse.
And the windows is the view is the mountain and the
Correct.
rice fields, and the amount of details that they have in the decor, the color patterns and textures, and you see the view, it's insane. You can
It's
order
incredible.
food right to your penthouse, and we were there having lunches and dinners with the
Mhm.
view. You have sunset view there, and
This though, the tub. Check it
yeah,
out. So this tub, this is not just like a regular bathtub,
and it's not the regular jacuzzi
and it's
either.
not a regular jacuzzi either. So the way it works with bubbles, right?
Yeah, it
So
has
there's
a
a
special oxygen bubbles that it's a very tiny fizz. It's almost like soda, but I think even smaller
even
fizz
smaller fizz, and it
Yeah.
sticks to your skin, and it creates this a
layer.
layer of tiny bubbles that adheres to your skin. It's such a weird
It's
feeling.
but your skin is so smooth after.
A
It's so
100%.
cool.
And of course, look at that view. Like that is just, you have the rice fields below.
Mhm.
So I don't know if you can see in this shot, but you see on the
In
outside the
window,
window on the left hand bottom corner, those are the new pavilions that they were building. Well, not pavilions, but
the villas.
the villas they were building, and they were under construction, so we weren't able to go inside to film it while we were there. But
Now they just
now they're
finished them.
complete. Yeah. And if you notice on the right hand side here, those are the little cottages
Mhm.
for smaller budgets. So there's also here, you see in this shot,
And this is still the penthouse.
this is
They
still the
have their own
penthouse.
sauna in penthouse. It was so cool. I was doing like my spa treatments there. I was doing the tub, the sauna, and it was so relaxing before going to bed. oh my God, we had like the time of our life
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's such an amazing place.
Oh, James is here.
James, what's
Welcome.
up?
Surprise. Dropped in for the last few minutes. Thank
Well,
you.
actually, I don't know if you think it's the last few minutes because we're going to end, but we kind of just started. We started 40 minutes late because we had
Yeah.
internet issues. So you're on time.
Mhm.
So here again, this is the bed area. This is the bed. It's not a room because it's
Yeah.
one open space,
Mhm.
but this is where the bed is, and you have the swinging windows that open up, and like that's the view you get. So in the morning, I would just open up the curtains, and you would see the mountain. Oh, it's just amazing.
Mhm.
This area they call it the
Gallery.
gallery.
And it's 2 floors.
It's 2 floors, this gallery, and the paintings that are here that you're seeing, this woman that we're looking at here, she is the owner
Mhm.
of this entire property, and she paints. So she paints as a hobby, and all the photos in this gallery, 2 floors, she sells them, and whenever you purchase, it goes towards, I think it's
Charity,
charity
some
for
type of
kids or
charity.
some type of charity. So it's amazing, and she don't consider herself a professional painter, but the paintings are beautiful, and we really wanted to meet with her, but bless you.
Thank you. Oh,
But
sorry.
yeah, she was in Bangkok.
I get
So
allergies here in this apartment for some reason.
they do have an outdoor pool.
With jacuzzi,
Yeah,
outdoor
with
jacuzzi.
jacuzzi. Yep. And of course, that's the view. That is the rice field. So depending on the time of year you go, this is a funny thing. Depending on the time of year you go, the rice fields can be full, or
Mhm.
that can be all mud. Like literally, it could just be mud
Like
because
muddy water.
muddy water,
Mhm.
right? And it's because the rice haven't grown. So if you go towards the middle or ending of the rice
Season.
cycle,
Mhm.
right, then it will be nice and green. It'll just look like green
Yeah.
grass. It's so
And
beautiful.
rice grows in everywhere in Southeast Asia. So, and they have different types of rice and different rice seasons. So, depending where you go, if you find a place where they say, oh, it's beautiful rice fields, find out what season you
Yes,
will be
very
traveling.
important. Very important. If you are going to Thailand, make
Because
sure.
sometimes you might go to pools of muddy water.
Yeah, and it doesn't look as pretty as what you might saw in a video. And of course,
Mhm.
like YouTubers don't really tell you this information. They're just like, oh, we went to this beautiful place and it had a rice paddy and it's beautiful. Yeah, and you think,
Mhm.
oh, I'm gonna go there and experience the same thing. And they never mention, but
Yeah.
you have to go during the rice cycle where the rice is growing for it to
Mhm.
look the way it
Yeah.
looks in my video.
In Bali, we were renting an office space and we had a window facing rice fields. And over just 1 month, we just noticed how rice grew
Grow,
from
yeah,
being just a little bit of rice strands and to actually
full blown.
seeing rice hanging on
The plant.
yeah, and it was
And
so
there's
cool.
stages too, because when it gets to a certain height, the rice as it's growing, it brings birds because the birds pick on the rice. So then you start seeing the farmers, they set up scarecrows to keep
Yeah,
the
birds.
birds away. But I think the birds already got the gist of scarecrows. Like, yeah, no, we know that's a scarecrow. We're coming in.
Yeah.
So in the shot, obviously, you see bicycles. They have free rental of bicycles. You could take the bicycles and just kind of go with it.
Yeah, and you see how we are riding the property is pretty big. They have roads, they have staff houses, and you can just ride around rice fields. If you want to go to town to the village, you can on bicycles as well.
Hmm. There's a shot from the other side where you can see the pavilion. You can see the cottages on the left hand side. There's an area with a swing. So again, this place is just set up so beautifully, and I fell in love with this place. I would go here any day,
Mhm.
anytime. So here they also have
Their
what is
own
it?
cafe.
Like a little cafe. So it's not a part. It's a part of the restaurant because when you order your food, it comes from the cafe. But you can go into the cafe and just order, I guess, specialty drinks or coffee or anything like that. So pastries,
Yeah.
right? But it kind of all comes from here. So that's what we're looking at here. And then of course, this is the dining area that I told you about. They have an overlooking terrace where they set up tables, and you can get the ultimate sunset view. So the next clip I'm going to show you guys is what it looks like on the inside, like one of the other rooms, because this was, I guess, centered around the presidential suite or the penthouse. Pardon me. So it's the penthouse. So I'm going to show you another video. Um, Let me bring this in. Video file. So this is a corner
Um,
suite,
yeah, this is another a room in the pavilion.
right? And it's also very big, but it's not as big as the penthouse. So I'm gonna bring that one in for you and show you what that looks like.
What do you think of this one? And you might think of why we're in these videos and why we're filming commercials. So well, before we started traveling, Devon had his production company in New York. He well, together we were filming a lot of events, products, fashion, music videos. It was a lot
You
of
name
fun
it,
to
we were
do.
filming it.
Right.
Fashion
And
shows.
so we have all the high-end equipment, and when a lot of hotels or boutique hotels don't have videos of their rooms and their hotel, you when most of the time when you book, you just see photos,
Photos.
and the photos a lot of times don't do the justice to this property. And we went there for my birthday. We actually booked, we paid for the booking, and we stayed in a cottage. And when we arrived there, we were so blown away by their story, by the amount of details, by how much they care for the property, how unique it is, how lovely it is, how peaceful it is. And it's like instantly we fell in love. And we the photos while we were booking, I'm like, oh, okay, this looks nice, let's book it. So I did not expect to get what we got um out of that
It's
trip.
usually the
Yeah.
reverse. When you book a room and you go into, you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like what it looks like online, and you're a little bit disappointed. This was the reverse of that.
So the expectations surpass the
Photos.
yeah, but photos by far. And we're like, oh my god, this place is so incredibly unique and so lovely. And the photos, like, we have to do video. So we approached them and we offered to film commercials for them. And because this property is brand new and they were still building it, they weren't ready, they didn't have enough budget for it. So what we did is we worked out the exchange for what we stayed there for 3 weeks.
And mind you, because we have nowhere to go,
Yeah.
really, like we have no rush to get anywhere,
We
and we
don't
always
book
we
anything.
book very last minute. So we were like, well, we could totally stay here for 3 weeks and get work done and work on their, on the project we recommended for them too. So it works perfect for us.
Yeah, so literally in 2 days they were able to make the decision. And we were planning to go to Chiang Rai after, so we kind of changed our plans too and stayed with them, did this project, filmed for them. And we did several rooms, the resort promo. So yeah, and we were in this commercial as well. So it is on their website, Utika Boutique. You can check it out. So we highly recommend. This place is just so special for our hearts.
Yeah. Which one?
The
I did the experience. I didn't do this one yet,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So this is the last one we have on that property.
that was one of the
Cottage.
cottages that they have. Yeah.
So you
So
see, even the cottages are, they are really, really, really nice. So again, it's a really nice experience to have been there, and we wish we could have actually had the footage and the vlogs to just show you how beautiful the place really is.
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Sheila says it's not that she's a solo traveler or a family traveler. She just doesn't click with the travel couples,
Yeah.
but the vibe is good with us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Deborah says love it. Sharon says
Awesome
awesome
work.
work.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Appreciate it. We'll have to check them out. Interesting film cut drone.
Computer program or drone on computer program? What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Drone on computer program. Yeah, let us know what you mean by that, James. Yeah, so again, when you watch your favorite YouTubers or whoever you choose to, to watch, whether you watch them for entertainment, you watch them for information or what have you, everyone is on a different journey, and that's the beautiful thing about YouTube also. And, for us, again, it's all about the information and for you to experience what we experience, because it's one thing for us to say, hey, look at us, look where we are, and not give you kind of like, well, how do you get there? How can you experience what we just did? And that's kind of our angle on our journey, is kind of say, all right, yes, I'm in this beautiful place. You can be here too. And if you choose to want to come here, here's how to do it. And, we try to give you as much information as possible. And we had several times, even on Instagram, people be like, "Oh, I checked out your YouTube channel, and it's like you guys have such low subscriber count. I don't understand why, because your information is just so valuable." Well, I mean, there's a couple of reasons to that, and as we go along in our YouTube journey, we try to figure out certain things. And I guess one thing that we've kind of came to the conclusion of is that whenever you meet people that are on YouTube, right? They always ask you, well, how many subscribers do you have? And the subscriber count is so heavily scrutinized. Like if you meet someone and they say, and they're a YouTuber, and you're like, well, how many subscribers do you have? And you're like, oh, I have a couple hundreds, or I have 1,000. You're like, oh, okay, that's cool. And you meet another YouTuber and you're like, oh, you're a YouTuber. How many subscribers do you have? Oh, I have 500,000, or I have 1,000,000. You're like, whoa, that's awesome, right? So we put that subscriber count on a pedestal, and it kind of defines how good you are, or how good your videos are, or how popular you are. But that, when we started YouTube, we decided, like, for us, yes, subscribers matters, and it also matters on a level when you're trying
Business.
on a business level of YouTube. Subscribers matter, right? If on Instagram, your followers matter, and for business to want to entertain, either um, doing business with you on any level, they want to know, well, do you have 200 subscribers, or do you have 200,000 subscribers, right? It makes a difference. And I've heard a lot of YouTubers say, when you get to a certain point in YouTube, you kind of go on this trajectory, or like right now we're kind of like just like bobbing and weaving like the waves, but it takes a few videos, and I guess being in the game long enough where you pick up, and the subscribers will count. But for us, what I could tell you now on our journey, we're just approaching 40,000 subscribers, and we've been doing this now at least what,
5 years.
about 5 years. So if you look at other channels, they might have only been vlogging for 2 years and they have 500,000. Why that happens, there's so many reasons, and there is no secret sauce to it. And yes, would I love to be at a 500,000? Absolutely, because we know the amount of doors that open. But we feel like in YouTube, you have to put in the work. We're content creators at the end of the day, but you are our viewers, which matters more than anything else, because we can make the most amazing videos that we feel. But if you guys don't feel it's amazing and you don't watch it, or you watch it for a few minutes and it's a half an hour video or hour media a video, and you click off of it, then YouTube is like, wait a minute, Everyone that watches this video, they click off of out of the video within the first 5 minutes. This video can't be great, so we're not going to show it. So there's a lot of nuances to YouTube that you have to understand, and the subscriber count is not technically what it's all about. And for what we've noticed with companies now, they understand that the subscriber count is not the end it be it all. It's about the retention. And also, like on Instagram, right? Like, have you seen Instagram accounts where people have 500,000 followers, but when they do a post, they get 3 or 4 people commenting on it? Well, that's a big imbalance, because if you have 500,000 followers, how is it that you can post a video or post a photo and only 10 people commented on that photo? It just doesn't make sense. So for brands now, they're looking for engagement. Like, how much do people engage? So if on the other side of the spectrum, if you have, I don't know, say 40,000 followers, but every time you post, you get hundreds of people commenting on your video. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is great. Where is this? I'd like to try this. That's more important for brands, because they're like, wait a minute. These people, they don't have a large following, but whenever they post a video, they get a lot of engagement. People are asking questions. That means if I'm a brand, I know that these people, when they post my stuff, it will get a lot of traction because people will ask questions. So that's kind of like the gist. I know it's a deep rabbit hole, and I could go much deeper, but I choose not to because it's just another thing. But yes, we're gonna get there, and we understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint. So we're gonna get there. And just so you know, especially Sheila, who's new to our channel, thank you so much. Every 10,000, we have a celebration.
Yeah.
It's been tradition. So within the next 1,000, and I have about 1,200 more.
Probably we'll celebrate in the Maldives.
Yeah, we'll probably be in the Maldives. We normally pop a bottle of champagne. So on the 40,000 subscriber, we will come live and we will celebrate you guys, because that's what we usually do. We don't celebrate the fact that, oh, we got 40,000 subscribers. Yeah, but it's about you guys. So we pop a bottle of champagne and we toast to you guys. And that's been tradition ever since 10,000. So every 10,000, that's what we're going to do. So hopefully you'll be able to join us in that event whenever we do it. And of course, it'll be in the thumbnail. We've reached 40,000 and we want to celebrate you guys. So it's going to be happening. Let's see what we have here. James says, boom. Looks like you're not directly controlling the drone with a control. Looks pre-programmed to take the shot. You are in the shot, but I don't see a hand on the controller. Interesting. You said that.
That's a really interesting that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that up there. Okay, so here's what happened with that. So if you've ever flown a drone before, yes, a drone does have kind of automatic controls where you can make it rotate around things on an axis on a specific point. It's called POV, POI, point of interest. Mm-hmm. So you would kind of just circle the point of interest on the controller, and you hit go, and the drone will do its thing around that point of interest. What we did, though, because we didn't want it to look so kind of like robotic, is that I had to kind of train or give a crash course to the manager assistant manager at the resort, and I would tell her, this is what you do with the stick. I'm like, you don't need to panic. And she never flew a drone in her life, and she did so amazing. Not only just flying the drone, but did you notice that we were in a lot of those shots? And you're like, okay, well, the camera's obviously moving. How's the camera moving if they're in the shot? Obviously, it's not the Devon controlling it or Irina. Yeah. We gave her instructions for everything on how to do it. So I had a gimbal, I had the camera on a gimbal, and I would tell her, for this shot, Irina and I will be holding hands. Start with the camera behind us, and we're going to be walking, and you push through us. She's never worked with a gimbal before, never worked with a camera.
Yeah, shout out to Goy.
Shout out to Goy. Like, she nailed it. Like, she really nailed it. And I try to keep it really simple for her. And she just did I was so proud of her. I was like, wow, I'm actually able to teach someone how to use a gimbal and how to fly a drone that has never, ever touched one in their life.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
really, really, really
Devon was
cool.
explaining all the guidelines and where the point of interest
Where
and
to start,
the
where to stop.
headroom and the sides, like, yeah, what to look at and how to walk when she was
And we
holding the
had that
gimbal.
all on film because we were getting behind the scenes,
Yeah.
because we thought this was interesting for you guys to see how we filmed like one of our promos, you know. And again, all that footage gone. And
Yeah.
but we'll have another
Ooh,
opportunity.
Shaman! Shaman
Shaman's in the
is
building.
nice.
So it's funny that
Welcome.
Shaman is here because he's actually on Instagram,
Yeah,
right?
he's on Instagram.
Yeah, so he just joined us. Shaman's a good
From sunny Maldives.
yes, he's the
The
one of the
manager
managers
at
at Lux.
Lux South Ariato.
Yes.
So yeah, Shaman, let us know when
And you
is a
see what
good
we're
time
you
to
see what we're
go.
playing, right?
Yep.
We're dropping that Lux plug, right? This is just amazing. So we kind of letting people know what it's like, you know, visiting the private islands, and that we introduced that we will be in the Maldives in May. So if you're just joining us, James didn't know. James don't know. James, we're gonna be in the Maldives in May for a month, maybe even more. So cool. James said she did well with those shots.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Woo.
I'm so proud of her.
We have another person from the Maldives. Hello from sunny Maldives.
Gee, we got the Maldives crew popping in
Yeah,
on Instagram.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out with Iman and Shaman soon.
Yes, yes, yes. I can't wait. So like, I mean, you guys see that water. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be so exciting. And I think what we're going to do when we get there, we're going to be filming things in a different way. Like we're going to be doing a lot of stories. Irene is really great at the stories. So as we go out and about, so again, if you haven't followed us on Instagram, make sure you follow us on Instagram, because our stories, our daily stories, will be posted there. Irene is great at that, and she's going to be covering
and
all of that.
If you haven't seen stories, I have them saved as a highlight, so you can check out stories from the last time we went there.
And actually, that is the best way to kind of reach out to us, because I know a lot of people, they leave comments in the videos, and that's fine because they just watch the video. But if you reach out to us on Instagram, it's more likely that you will get a much, much, much faster response, sometimes like instantly, because there's times that we get a question, a DM on Instagram, and then I'll answer right away, because obviously it comes in right away, and the person's like, oh, like you answered, I wasn't expecting that to be that fast. And we're like, yeah, like, we're just on it, so definitely Instagram is the way to go to communicate with us and get in contact with any questions that you might have, because again, even though we give so much information, people still need more help with planning their vacation. So we're always willing to help. So yeah. Okay, so did we cover everything?
Yeah, I think we
did. We have all the questions. We covered all the questions.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions, whether on Instagram or here on YouTube, let us know, and then we'll address it before we sign off here, because we've been yapping for about just over an hour. Yeah, let's see.
Normally today is Sunday for you, right?
Yes.
Sunday for
but it's not
people.
bad, because I mean, we have 15 viewers on YouTube, and then Facebook, and then here on Instagram. Yeah. So it seems like 10 o'clock, 9:30, because we're trying to find the best time for everyone, because we understand most of our demographic is within the United States, and it's East Coast and West Coast, right? And the time difference just there alone is like what, 4 hours? Between New York and California.
Hours,
so it's a 3-hour difference, right? So again, if we put it out too early on the East Coast, then people on the West Coast are still at work, and then they don't get to see it. And then, kind of vice versa. If we wait too late, then the people on the East Coast, they're probably fast asleep while, the people on the East Coast are watching it. So we're trying to find.
Sharon is asking, what is your IG? It is the same as our YouTube, Living the Globe, on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube. It is the same. Devon is typing it out in the comments right now.
And it's one word, so it kind of looks kind of weird, like Living the Globe. Yeah, there it is. So
can you add this? Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. So it's just Living the Globe. It's just one word. And that was another thing, the struggles with changing your name on YouTube. Yeah. So when we changed our name on YouTube, it's not just as simple as just going and changing the name. Obviously, you have to see if it exists, if someone else has that name. And you would be surprised how many names are taken. Like we thought we were going to be so remote in the name, and it didn't happen that way. And we're just like, man, that sucks. But when we finally landed on the name and we found out we could get it on YouTube, then we're like, oh, wait a minute. We have to see, can you get it on Instagram? Can you get it on TikTok? Can you get it on Facebook? Because it could be, you could get it on Instagram, but maybe on YouTube you can't, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And that that was a big problem. We chose some really cool names, but we just couldn't do it because it was taken on one of the platforms. And
Yeah. Excel Diving School says from California says thank you for sharing your adventures.
you're
You're
so
welcome.
welcome. You're
Thank
so
you
welcome.
for watching it and
Yes.
supporting
Oh,
our
Sharon is
journey.
here. Yay!
Sharon.
Thank you for joining.
Mhm.
And also the so we had to then use, so our website is Just Be Out, right?
Still, yeah.
It's still Just Be Out. So if you go to, is it justbeout.net?
.net,
Yeah, if you go to justbeout.net, that's there. So that has to be changed over now to livingtheglobe.net, because I don't think there's a .com. Well, there is a .com, but it's bought by, well, it's someone has it,
Occupy
and they were
it.
trying to sell it for like how much?
I don't remember.
But it's,
$1,200.
yeah, it was like $1,200 they wanted. If you want that name, Living the Globe, then you'd have to pay them
.com.
the domain. You have to pay them for the .com. But we were just like, oh, it's fine. The .net is fine. So we just do livingtheglobe.net. And that's another part of the business that we have to get into and revamp, is cleaning up the website and drive traffic to the website. So again, like when we do informative videos, there's only so much we can cover in a video to keep it in a certain length. So if you wanted more information, we can write articles, we can write blogs about, that particular destination, and give you more information on the website. So again, that's something we have to tackle, but it's a lot.
Yeah, we still have our main business, our main job
Yes.
that we do
Yeah.
online. Even though we travel full time, this is not our main business.
Yes.
However, it does take as much work as the full time job.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So yeah, I think that covered it all. Sharon was the last one to comment, and I think we got everything right. We covered everyone's comment. I'll give you guys one more moment to put a comment. Maybe if you guys asked a question and we didn't answer it before, we apologize. But then you can just kind of add your question now, and then we'll answer it. So we'll hang out with you guys for another couple minutes before we end this live one. But this has been good. No?
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
It's always
Always
good to
great
hang
hanging out with you guys. And James was able to stay long enough now, because he usually drops in at the very end. So now I think we have the formula for James. Like James comes in at a certain time, so now we can give him more time to watch the videos. Sharon says, kisses, my dream team. Chee!
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sharon.
James says, thank you, and see you in the next one.
Absolutely. Thank you. We do try now to come live every Saturday.
We normally do it Saturday.
America time.
Yes. A lot of calculations has to be done. So we're trying to figure out which day is best, which hour, which time of the day is best. And it takes a little trial and error before we kind of nail it and get it right. But we are working on it. I really like the lives because I like hanging out with you guys and dealing with and answering the questions. So
so next Saturday for you guys will still be in Thailand, because on the about 18th or 19th we will be traveling to the Philippines,
and there we will be meeting Chris and Martha, and it should be a blast. And I hope that we'll be able to live stream from there, but again, we'll see. But guys, so again, if I know you might be subscribed to us, but if you don't turn on the notification, so when you hit subscribe and you go to all, there's a drop down and it says all. What that does is turn on the notification. So in the community, there is a community tab on our YouTube channel, and that's where I get to talk to the subscribers and only the subscribers. And I would give you, we'll post photos. Hey, right now we're here, we're there. So you really get like more of the in moment with us. And if I want to send a message saying, hey, we're going to be live streaming, we're doing a pop-up live stream on a Wednesday instead of a typical Saturday or Sunday, because you guys have to see this and I want to share this with you, then you guys will get a notification that that's what's going to happen. And the only way you'll be able to get these notifications is if you click the all button, or like as they say, the bell, and then you'll be able to get those information.
James says, not sure you saw my note. Leland has resurfaced literally and posted again. Yes, we were chatting with Leland this week. And yeah, he's doing good. He's just getting into different things, but he still wants to continue vlogging at some point. But because he's in the military, so it's a little different for him.
And he's going through a interesting journey. We had a good conversation with him, so hopefully, you know, we'll see him up again. Michael says DJ Dev. You guys might think, what is he talking about, DJ Dev? Well, before I started doing all this, I was a DJ in New York for
years and years and years.
30. Yes, more than half of my life. For about 30 years, I was a DJ in New York City nightclubs and lounges and stuff like that.
Private events and celebrity events,
weddings and blah blah blah. That was the chapter of my life that I have closed. I closed that chapter, and that was very hard for me to do. By the way, that was not easy. After doing something for 30 years, having to not do it anymore. I mean, it would trigger. I would get dreams, and they would turn into nightmares, and all. That's a whole other thing. But yeah.
And why do you think the music is so good in our videos? Well, DJ Dev.
It's a part of it. Yeah, DJ Dev. That's where I the music comes in. So thank you, Michael. All right, cool. That's it. Thank you guys so much for joining this live. We love you. We hope to see you in the next one. Keep in mind, the next video coming out will be
the Siam Paragon walking tour. Is that what video?
All right, we're going to do a quick vote before we leave. Really quickly. There's two options for the next video to come out. Would you like to see one of our medical procedures that we have done here in Thailand and how that whole process is?
I would say beauty treatments.
Beauty treatment. Oh yeah, beauty treatment. Or do you want to see the mall in Bangkok, us walking through it?
Let's post that in the community and see what happens.
Okay, cool. So in the community, because I know it's going to take a while for them to get it, and it's only going to be shown here. So again, go to the subscribe button. Make sure you're getting our notification. I'm going to make a post immediately after this, and we're going to see 2 malls so far. So you're going to see, we did a walkthrough of the mall. It's absolutely beautiful. Or do you want to see more of the kind of the beauty treatments and the way how it is here in Thailand? So far, the mall is winning. It's 2-0 the mall, so it looks like it might be the mall. But again, I'm going to post it in the community, and that's where it's going to count. It's not going to count here. So again, watch out for that. You'll get it shortly. Oh my gosh, look at the spa.
Yeah.
Look at the spa. Guys, look at the spa.
Is it May yet?
Is it May yet? I wish I could pack all you guys in a suitcase and bring you along with us. Honestly, I say that even when we're in the Maldives. I'm like, everyone needs to experience this once in their life. Just the level of
service of everything.
It's just so incredible. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on packing you guys in our suitcase and taking you guys with us. I promise. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, exactly. For all your comments and your questions. We greatly appreciate you. We thank you and we love you. And we will see you in the next one.
Head over to the community now and vote for the next video. Bye.
Bye.